Hey guys, we're back, and we're looking at Yekindar again. In the last demo review that I did for him, I mentioned, I think several times, it's kind of important, if you're going to be overwatching a pro player and talking a little bit, you should at least do the due diligence of doing it across multiple demos to try and eliminate outliers or maybe things that were just lucky or just circumstantial occurrences that happened in one demo, and maybe the next two demos you look at will be completely clean. The first demo review that I did of Yekindar, I said I was kind of suspicious. I thought some things looked a little weird, but I was open to comments and people to mention if they disagreed with things that I was saying. And some of the things that came in actually did change my mind on stuff. One of the parts where he turns to look library, I didn't notice that Glaive picked up a kit. And picking up a kit while you're walking doesn't make noise, but maybe Glaive let go of the shift key really quick and it made noise. It put enough doubt in my head that, and it was something that I didn't recognize in the demo. Actually, this round he pushes, he has no head armor there, and Fallen fucks his day hard. You can't even see, like, this is one of the things I don't like about GoTV, because you get these weird, like, interp type kills, like, Fallen's not even on his fucking screen and he's dead. Anyways, Team Liquid actually went on to win this round. There were 5 Glocks, no armor, no buy at all. And honestly, like, it was Yekindar's fault, right? Like, he got picked off, he had no head armor, he had an M4, and he pushed to underpass. You know, I'm not a pro player, but that's not a good fucking idea. If you're one of the big boy riflers on your team and you have an M4, maybe just chill out, take a long range fight, right? Don't try and push up, take a fight with somebody that you don't need to. All right, into an early gun round here, and I felt like the bad decision making from Yekindar kind of continued. He jumps down into middle, spots someone underpass, and honestly, even if you won that gunfight, I wouldn't have thought that was a very good decision to make, and I'm sure he thinks the same as well. I get a lot of comments for criticizing pro players, but honestly, if I'm going to watch a pro game and they do something stupid, I'm not going to sit here and act like they're fucking geniuses, right? If they make a boneheaded play, I'm gonna mention it, and that's just kind of the way I am, I guess. But yeah, I really think Yekindar would have the same opinion of that type of play. It's not like I'm saying anything revolutionary. So anyways, going back to overwatching these types of demos, I put in large chunks of the round so you can kind of make your own decisions. I felt like this round looked pretty normal. He just caught Fallen while he was planting the bomb and hit a few early headshots, right? And he finds a nice, did you see that nice little gap? He had a nice little gap in the smoke there for a brief second, but he's not able to find anyone through it, and he gets called to rotate over to A. So he comes in through kitchen, throws a nice smoke off the wall. And last demo, I had a lot of people say how amazing his crosshair placement was. And I don't know how people are saying that, because this looks pretty bad to me. Peeking window, and he's got 2 pretty common angles to the right of him. Obviously the window, and then right under the window is where you'd want your crosshair. And yeah, I'm not trying to shit on the dude here, but that's garbage crosshair placement, and that doesn't... Okay, we're going back to the Overwatch thing here. That doesn't mean he's cheating just because he has garbage crosshair placement. Lots of players have had garbage crosshair placement. And here's another example. Garbage crosshair placement. 2 very common angles to peek here, and he just wide swings into it with his crosshair in the middle of both the angles, right? You can swing it and put your crosshair close to bench and take a tight angle, or you could wide swing it and put your crosshair close to... Yeah, that's pretty bad too. You can wide swing it and put your crosshair close to the far pillar, right? What he did, swinging with his crosshair in the middle, it's garbage. All right, all right. There's no other way to put it. Anyways, I just wanted to get that off my chest because I was very surprised to hear the amount of people that thought he had amazing crosshair placement. All right, moving on. 6-6, getting into the later... Oh, for fuck's sake. Getting into the later part of this game, and I always put in the important gun rounds because if somebody's cheating, this is where it's going to look fucked up. And for Yekindar, it all looks pretty lame. He looks kind of dazed and confused out here, to be honest. He switches to the op in the later parts of the first half, and he hits a super nice shot on Grim, who's just kind of shoulder peeking it to get info there. And he grabs him on, is it the first shoulder peek? Yeah, it is. Wow. That's a nice shot. And I just took it in quarter speed just because they look good. Anyways, moving right along, I'd say this demo so far is cleaner than the first one, but he does kind of pick it up in the second half, frag wise, I mean, and I'll show all that as well, and you can kind of draw your own conclusions. Yeah, I don't know. You know, I really didn't think the first demo was that bad. Like, it was suspicious, and like I said, I've kind of gone back on what I said about his kill in the library, and that reduces the fishiness of the demo, if you want to call it that. And I guess I just wanted to stress the importance of the 3 demos. I felt like a lot of people on the first demo review are really jumping to conclusions or getting triggered that I'm even talking about the subject, right? And he gets headshot through the wall for like 10 damage, so I thought it was pretty funny. But yeah, it's so weird how, you know, you couldn't pick a sport on this planet that has been clean for 7 years straight, like Counter-Strike has at the pro level. You know, I'm not really going to count Forsaken because he was really a tier 2 or tier 3 or 4 player. Anyways, you really can't find a clean sport in the entire world. There's people that get banned every year in every sport, pretty much. But it's so weird in Counter-Strike. If you even talk about it, you're a fucking odd man out. You're disrespecting the scene, or you're a joke. You're a silver, etc. It's very bizarre how defensive people get, and it has a lot to do with. This goes back to when I was doing demo reviews before. It has a lot to do with the name or the player that you attach to it, right? If I'm saying this guy looks a little funny, and I put a name attached to it, people flip the fuck out. They don't mind as much if you don't attach a name to it, right? So it's based a lot on fan bases, in my opinion. And people just don't want to hear it, right? They don't even want to talk about it. They want to put their fingers in their ears and just ignore the problem, or ignore the possibility that it could even be a thing, right? Imagine Major League Baseball. Imagine you couldn't even talk about steroids. Or imagine MMA. You couldn't even talk about people getting banned for doing steroids or whatever, doping. It's very strange that we've built this culture in CSGO where it's faux pas and frowned upon to even talk about it. Anyways, Yekindar continues his ridiculous Deagle skills from the last demo I did, and he fucks Liquid's day up here, to be honest. Sees a Liege up there. He saw him before he dropped down, right? That's why he lines him up so hard through the wall. It's fine. But then he peeks him and just fucking deletes him. And, you know, I'm sure Liege was wishing... Yeah, see how he lines him up here? It's because he spotted him beforehand, so he was lining him up. So I'm not going to get too carried away with that, saying that's fishy. I think that's totally fine. I remember watching this round live, and this is the round, if you watch this live, Stewie peeks middle on the fence with the op, no armor, and a dog shit buy on Liquid, and he just fucking dies. Even if he got a kill, he was going to get traded. And right there, that's when I knew Liquid was 100% losing this map. You bought an op, you brought it somewhere where none of your teammates can pick it up, and now it's gone. Now your teammates got to fucking scramble to try and grab it, jump onto the fence and fucking look for it. Fall and dies looking for the op. And yeah, as soon as I saw Stewie make that play, I'm like, all right, this game's over. VP is winning this game 100%. And I don't know how many of you guys watched this live, but man, that was some bad fucking decision making from Stewie, in my opinion. And he had some bad games too for in this series. One of the games he had 4 kills. It was not good. All right, I'll put this whole round in here. This is a 1v1 ultra high leverage for Yekindar, and it was a little weird. Like he's clearing some angles. He's clearing some angles, but not others. Like he's skipping a lot of angles here, like the pots and the corners. He's not really clearing all that hard. This is kind of a reach from me, honestly. It's not a total crime to skip some angles in a 1v1. He had an okay idea of where Naf could have been. Not a great idea, you know. It was possible that Naf went under balcony and Yekindar didn't even look under balcony. But I'll let you kind of make your own conclusion from that. I'm not going to try and sway your opinion if you think that was fishy or not. I just wanted to point out that he skipped a few angles in a very important 1v1, and if he was cheating, maybe that's something you would do, you know what I mean? But I don't necessarily think it was too egregious. This I thought was a little bit weird. He actually already cleared down there. Like, he walked right by that angle, and Naf wasn't there. So, but then he swings out, and he just super hard clears it with a fast kind of swing, right? Like right here, he's exposed to that angle, and he doesn't see Naf's head there. But then when he comes back around, he's like, let's clear that super with a quick, fast peek, you know what I mean? There's another thing, I'm just like, just people end up in this guy's crosshair, you know what I mean? And yeah. Speaking of crosshair, okay, this is the last time I'll talk about crosshair placement, I fucking swear. I know he turns for a flash here, but most pro players can turn from a flash and then look back without looking at the ground. So he turns from the flash and he's looking back and he's looking at the fucking pavement on the ground. And honestly, I could, there was like 6 more rounds of this shit crosshair placement. And I could have talked about it, you know, several more times, but yeah, a pro player I would expect to turn from that flash and then their crosshair be bang on to the window when he spins back to look at the window. That is my expectation typically. And I don't know if this is just a bad clear or if Yekindar, you know, if you want to read into this as a cheating type thing, it could have just been a bad clear of ladder room because he didn't check to the right side of the ladder room at all. He just hard swung looking to the left side of the ladder room. I don't know how much I want to read into that because he's also proven through some plays on the CT side that he's willing to kind of make weird and bad plays. So, you know, maybe if there was a CT on the right side of the ladder room, he would have got wrecked. I don't know. Anyways, Stu with the crazy 3K spray down there. All right, 12-12. Super high leverage round again, and I'll put in a big chunk of it. And he fucking turns on a liege there. I actually think, you know, you can't say that is cheating or looks weird or anything in my opinion. Any one of us could do that in deathmatch. It happens all the time. He just fucking flicked and he hit him, right? If you want to add the case, or if you want to, you know, if you have a different opinion than me, I always welcome it in the comments. If you think that didn't look legitimate or if something looked funny with that, feel free to add it in the comments. And just like the last video, if you disagree, just let me know. That's pretty much the whole reason why I do the videos, right? So if there's something that you saw that I didn't see or something I said that you disagreed with, put it in the comments and we'll chit chat about it or whatever, right? Fallen just got outplayed there by the smoke. There's really no other way to put it. Yekindar threw the smoke in there to create a little bit more ambiguity, and Fallen got outplayed. Responsible gun owner, Yekindar throwing it up there so Team Liquid can't get their hands on it. And getting to the tail end of this game. See what I mentioned earlier, he didn't clear pots. Well, he fucking cleared pots that round, and it was a super aggressive peak, you know, like good people with good crosshair placement. Like Nico clears every angle like that. He'll set up his crosshair, super fast swing into almost every angle. I feel like Yekindar doesn't do that very often, and so I'm just sensitive, I guess, when I see him do that to a player that's in a position that's not that common. I just felt like it's worth pointing out. Right near the end of the game here, and you can see he gets locked onto Grim coming into sight, and I'll talk more about that when I replay this, but I'll just play out the rest of the round, and you can see how Yekindar finishes out this round when they hunt for Naf and Stewie. He walks all the way through kitchen. They haven't even planted on A yet, and he's still walking, and Stewie, honestly, he's running. Stewie's running there for some fucking reason. I have no idea why. And Naf jumps down and makes a footstep noise as well. So Yekindar fucks their day pretty hard. And Team Liquid have nobody to blame but themselves. So it kind of looks like he locks the shit out of them, right? Right here. Honestly, I think he's just moving around the site. I don't know. You can, if you disagree, you can let me know. He does go through the site and very aggressively and kind of only look at under balk. But his teammates on the balcony have very good intel on the site. They could see the whole site. There's obviously nobody in sight. And Yekindar has cleared a portion of the site as well. By process of elimination, the most likely place would be under balk. So I actually don't I don't think the aim lock was anything. I think that was just his crosshair moving around. And I think him going into sight to hard clear Grim under Balk, I don't think that was anything either. Oh yeah, well, one last time. Terrible crosshair placement. I swear that's the last fucking time I'll say it. Literally looking at the ground as he comes into sight here. He was going through a smoke or whatever, but like other pros, I expect him to be able to, I don't know, raise his crosshair above the fucking gravel. Anyways, alright. I feel like I've beaten a dead horse here, but VP close out the match 16-12 against Liquid. And I felt like this demo was pretty clean, honestly, and the things that I thought were suspicious seemed like a bit of a reach and maybe just needs a bigger sample size to form a stronger opinion on it. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments, honestly, if you disagree or agree with me. And I don't know, we'll go from there. I'll like I said, I like to do 3 demos from one person, so I'll get the 3rd demo done eventually for this guy. And we'll see what the 3rd one looks like. And I don't know. I just see a very raw CS player that has some refinement to go for sure. But you know, he's new and on the scene, and he's here now. So let's see what the future brings, right? If you liked the video, leave a like, and if you want to support the channel a little bit more, check out my Patreon. Thank you. Bye.